To another episode of Chicago White Sox and Cubs Central. Today is me, big bro, just getting home from work right in time. The top of the eighth inning, the Chicago Cubs lead the St. Louis Cardinals 4-3. Top of the eighth, 2 on, 1 out. And the bullpen are in the midst of wasting a complete gem by Justin Fields. We're going to get right. Sorry, Justin Steele, my bad. I just got through watching Chicago Bears Central. But anyhow, we're going to get into it right after the intro.
Welcome to the number one place for all Chicago baseball. Let's start the show.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys for joining us today in this late innings live call with Big Bro. Leiter is in now trying to get out of a jam so that the Cubs can get to the bottom of the eighth inning. What's good, everybody? Go ahead and put your comments down low. Cubs playing the St. Louis Cardinals on Apple TV. I'm not sure how much I like that because I always try to find the game on the regular channels first before I'm like, okay, where's the game? Games have been on Peacock. Games have been on Apple TV. And the Cardinals just stole third base, so you got runners at the corner. First and third with one out. Actually, both runners advanced to second and third. So one out, second and third. Cubs are wasting the bullpen, wasting a complete gem from Justin Steele, who only gave up one run in 6 1/3 innings, hit, 2 earned runs and 1 walk, 9 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. Merriweather came in and gave up a hit, a run, and then Fulmer came in and gave up 2 walks and a strikeout. But the Cardinals are fighting their way back to a 4-3 lead for the Cubs right now. Cubs got work to do to try to keep these boys off the board. And in a second, when we get to the bottom of the eighth, I'll show you all the work the Cubs did up until this point. All right. Let's see what we got. Leiter, another bad pitch. And Amaya has been pretty bad behind the plate today. He got a pass ball already. He was able to block that one and prevent another run from scoring. No. Okay. You just had a cookie. Get out of my face. And here we go, Cubs. Leiter. Slider low and inside, swung on and fouled off. We got a full count, 3-2. He cannot walk the bases loaded here with just one out. Like that might not hurt because you still get the double play ball, but you don't want the bases to be loaded in this situation. So let's see what the Cubs can do. Timeout called at the plate. So the St. Louis Cardinals took off early, scored 1 run in the second. Mastrobuoni hit his first home run of the season. We'll show you that later. In the third, Tauchman doubled to left to untie the game, 2-1. And then Bellinger hit a home run 400 feet in the third inning as well. As Leiter does walk the bases loaded. And then Arendo single to center and 2 runs scored for the Cardinals in the top of the seventh, and here they are in the top of the eighth, threatening to take the lead with bases loaded and 1 out. It's just not looking good. This is game 2 of a 4-game series. Cubs and St. Louis. St. Louis is on a 6-game winning streak, doing what they do best, turning it on late toward the middle of the season to make a charge late to take the Central Division toward the end of September and make it to the playoffs as they do every season. The Cubs are trying to at least get to 7.5 games back of first place with a win, as Cincinnati and Milwaukee are on 2-game winning streaks. So right now, the Cubs are the only team that have lost in the last couple of days. Everybody else in the NL Central have won games. It's your boy Big Bro. We are in the building. The Cubs. Leiter is on the mound, facing. Oh my goodness, bases loaded. 1 out. He just throws a nasty outside ball trying to get him to chase. So the curveball was outside, and he follows that up with the cutter, 87 miles per hour. That's outside. So he has a 2-0 count with bases loaded. The St. Louis Cardinals are trying to take the lead in the top of the eighth after Justin Steele pitched a gem of a game with 9 strikeouts, 6 1/3 innings pitched. Um, One run was on him, but basically gave up an earned run because he left a man on base when he was taken out, and that run came around to score. And Leiter just cannot find the plate. 3-0. Looks like he is on the verge of walking in the tying run at home. Friday afternoon baseball for the Chicago Cubs on Apple TV Plus. It's your boy Big Bro. 4-3 Cubs lead. Bases loaded. St. Louis top of the eighth, and he gets the benefit of a doubt. Whew, on a cutter that was outside again, but they called it a strike. Looking. Ugh. Now we have a full count, 3-2. See if he can get him the ground into the double play. Let's see what he does. And this umpire gave him two pitches. Two pitches. He does not want this man to walk in the tying run because he gave him two outside pitches, and it was framed really well by Amaya. But Jesus, full count. That is a nasty. They listen. One day they're gonna be able to challenge pitches because that was just a terrible call. Let's see what he got going. Leiter looking, and whew, second base over the first base. Jesus, Cubs get out of the jam with a double play. And listen, Burleson is heated, and he should be heated. He is definitely heated, and he should be heated because the Cubs benefited from two bad calls from the umpire. And I would be upset too. Look like he just got kicked out the game. Well, no, he didn't get kicked out, but he's going back to the dugout. We got Suzuki, Morel, and Gomes coming up in the bottom of the eighth inning to try to get some insurance runs. Let's show you guys how the Cubs got going today with Mastroboni's first home run of the season.
This is hit well high and deep right field. It is gone! And the first career Major League home run for Miles Mastroboni. Tie game.
Mastroburst Major League home run. Let's see this belly bomb. Actually, yeah, let's see Tauchman's hit first that gave the Cubs the lead.
Runner takes off. Tauchman slaps it the other way and stays fair and bounces into the left field corner. Up against the ivy. It's played by O'Neill. Around third, Amaya. He will score, and the Cubs take the lead.
So after that, in the same inning, Bellinger has been on fire for the month of July, and it has not stopped.
This ball is hit well, way back to right. It is gone. A bomb from Bellinger.
And before we get to the bottom of the eighth inning, we'll just look at Justin Steele's outing, and then the Cubs are going to come in and try to get some insurance runs. This is Chicago White Sox and Cubs Central, your boy Big Bro. The Cubs are leading 4-3 going into the bottom of the eighth inning.
And Steele strikes out Carlson to begin the game.
He comes right after you with the four-seam fastball. It's up. It has a lot of carry and late movement.
Morel and Bellinger at second and first.
That off-speed down and into righties after you get pounded with fastballs.
Strike three called outside corner. Third strikeout for Steele in the early going.
John Lester saw a little bit of himself in Justin Steele.
Eighth pitch of this at bat. And he gets a strikeout on Goldschmidt. In franchise history, down on strikes here. Special day for that young man. Strike three call to Kisner.
Time.
Carlson down on strikes. Strike three called on the outer half, and O'Neill knew it.
But it's just coming right at you.
Weak act for Kisner.
So what an outing for Steele today. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. He had one walk, one earned run, or 2 earned runs because he left a man on base that came around to score. in the top of the seventh. Burleson was tossed out for cursing out the umpire, rightfully so. Though, like it was a man. Listen, what's up, Victor? I think the Cubs gonna get this win. If the bullpen can shut them down, they need an insurance run or two. Suzuki is gonna have to take care of business right now as he's ahead in the count 1-0 in the bottom of the eighth. The Cubs, man, Jesus, still definitely pitched a great game. The bullpen has been faltering a little bit. Then they benefited from some bad calls from the umpire. Two outside pitches were called strikes to run the count to full count, and then Burleson hit into a double play and promptly cursed out the umpire and was tossed from the game. Victor, who do you think who you think is gonna win? The Cubs need this win. They cannot allow the Cardinals to continue to win, to continue to beat them this season. They're on a 6-game winning streak. If they win this game, they'll come into with I think a half a game of the Cubs. Cubs need every win versus the division, and they cannot afford to lose this game. So here we go. Man, Suzuki is 2-2 is the count. Suzuki is at bat. The Cubs are looking to get some insurance runs versus their bitter rivals. He's facing Stratton, right-hand pitcher, and he strikes him out. Oh, no, he doesn't. It was a foul tip, okay. Suzuki, foul tip on the four-seam fastball, 93 miles per hour. He is looking to get on base as the leadoff man in the bottom of the eighth. The Cubs lead 4-3 over the St. Louis Cardinals at home on Friday afternoon baseball on Apple TV. I'm telling you, it was very difficult to find this game when I got home from work. Suzuki grounds out to third. But yeah, it was difficult. I didn't know where the game was. I hate that because I go to the familiar channels before I'm like, okay, what app is this on? So yeah, in the eighth inning, man, Burleson was called for, I mean, it was Jesus. Two pitches that were outside the zone were called strikes, and then led to him hitting into the inning-ending double play and ended up getting him tossed from the game, which is good for the Cubs. And he just called another strike. So I guess this umpire has expanded the strike zone by about 3 or 4 inches to the outside, and now these pitchers these batters have to adjust for the Cubs as well. Christopher Morel quickly down 0-2 as he looks at 2 strikes. Cubs leading 4-3 in the bottom of the eighth inning. Morel is at bat. Stratton comes with his next pitch, forcing fastball high and outside. Morel has yet to even swing at anything, so let's see what he does after starting his tenure with the Cubs this season. Super duper hot, hitting like 10 home runs in like 15 games. He's cooled off quite a bit. Let's see what he can do. The next pitch looks at another curveball low and outside, runs the count to 2-2. The Cubs lead 4-3 over the St. Louis Cardinals in Chicago. 1 out, bottom of the eighth inning. Cubs leading 4-3. Go ahead, let us know what you think gonna happen if the Cubs close this one out. And he looks at it. He didn't even swing one time. Just looked at 5 pitches. 3 of them were strikes. He walks back to the dugout. Come on, Christopher Morel. You're supposed to be a slugger, my guy. Put the ball on the bat. At least foul something off. What's wrong with you? Cubs lead 4-3 over the hated St. Louis Cardinals in Wrigley Field. Cody Bellinger is a triple away from the cycle. We got Yan Gomes on up to bat as he looks at a four-seamer. So this guy's just thrown 6 straight pitches and not one of them has been swung at. The Cubs are just standing there watching this guy pitch. Let's see what Yan Gomes can do as he awaits the second pitch. Another pitch, low and outside, four-seam fastball. Looked at again, 7 straight pitches. The Cubs have not swung at. See the third pitch of this at bat, Yan Gomes staring down Stratton. Finally swings, but it's a foul ball down the third base line. 1-2 is the count. Cubs already have 2 outs. They're looking for some insurance runs here in the bottom of the eighth inning. And the Cubs are a game and a half in front of the St. Louis Cardinals. Cannot afford to lose this game. And Yan Gomes strikes out. So here we go. Going into the top of the ninth inning, the Cubs lead. But the last couple of innings have been brutal. And the St. Louis Cardinals have definitely been hitting the ball since the 7th inning, since Steele left, basically. And the Cubs are going to have to close it out with their bullpen. So far, we got 3 runs on 7 hits for the Cardinals, 9 hits on 4 runs for the Cubs. But the Cubs today are like 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. So that right there tells you that they haven't been clutch today, and it's going to hurt them if they don't get these 3 outs in the top of the 9th inning. But Wrigley Field is definitely rocking. So we're going to see who they got coming in to close out. The pitching, is it going to be, let's see, is Leiter going to come back in? He already walked somebody in two-thirds of an inning pitched in the last inning. Merriweather came in a little decent, but he did give up the earned run and the 2 runs really because Justin Steele left a batter on base. Hope everybody's doing good on this Friday afternoon. Rushed home from work to jump on and kick it with the gang. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't already liked and followed, go ahead and do so. And don't forget about the rest of the Central family, NBA Central, Chicago Bulls, Bears, Sky Central, Blackhawk Central, and coming soon, Chicago Fire Central. And of course, the Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Gang, C-Dub and Bobby. Y'all already know. Hayes, my boy Steve-O Speaks, and the young fellas over there on the Black Hawk Central as well doing their thing. Y'all continue to rock with us. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. I'll be back tonight when the White Sox finish up their series with the New York Mets. We'll see if they can go ahead and get another win in that series. But Jesus, if it wasn't for the AL Central, the White Sox would just be completely dead in the water. Pretty much the same for the Cubs. The AL Central and the NL Central have been pretty mediocre, enough to keep both of these teams, the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs, in the mix, at least up into the trade deadline on August 1st. We're going to see which team decides to unload some of their stars and or which team decides to go and get a little bit of help. If the Cubs get this win, that's good for them, but they're still pretty far back in the division. They got a lot of work to do, and they good thing they still have a few division games left. St. Louis has a pretty easy schedule coming up though. So the Cubs need to get these next 3 wins after losing last night 7-2. The Cubs are 8.5 games back out of first place with Milwaukee sitting in first place at 54 and 43. So it looks like Alzolay is in the game. Alzolay is in the game. First pitch was a high and outside ball. Comes the second pitch as he's facing Bar with a 4-seam fastball right down the middle. Newbar just looks at it, and the Cubs are looking to nail down the win today in Wrigley Field as they lead 4-3. 4-3. Alzolay, Newbar pops up on the infield over to third base. Easy play. Mastrobuoni hits his first home run of his career today. Gets the first out of the 9th inning. Cubs looking to nail it down. You got Goldschmidt 0 for 3 with a walk and run today. You don't want to give this man anything to hit. Let's go. First pitch. Looking at a strike. It's a nice strike. Sinker. Low. A little bit out of the strike zone, but this umpire today has been very generous. Second pitch. Looks like a curveball. Or it's a slider. Low and outside. 1-1 is the count. Goldschmidt looking to get on base. Get a rally started. Cubs looking to stop the red hot Cardinals in their tracks if they're on a 6-game winning streak. Here he goes. Down. Ooh. Suzuki with a nasty catch. Good job, Suzuki. That ball was hit down the right field line. Suzuki caught it on a running sprint over the shoulder to save extra bases. And a runner would have been in scoring position had he not caught that one. So let's go. 2 down in the 9th. And Suzuki with the nice stretch for the over-the-shoulder catch running toward the right field wall. That was real nice. Real nice. Alzolay was really happy with that too. Giving him an ovation. First pitch. Another slider outside. There's a ball. It looks like that first one was a cutter. The second pitch is coming in. And this one is a slider called looking on a low outside corner. Nasty painting the corner with that one. Cubs, 2 outs, top of the ninth, looking to nail down a win versus their hated rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals. And then Nolan Arenado swings through. Another pitch low and outside. The pitch count is 1-2. They are going crazy at Wrigley Field. Them sliders are tough for this guy to locate. He's going to have to hit a home run to win it. A base hit to be the game tying run on first base. He swings and fouls off another one. That was a four-seam fastball high. Let's go. Alzolay, we need you to go ahead and knock this man right on out. Let's get it. Strike him out. Let's go. Looks like the Cardinals in one-runs games are 9-19 on the season, but we don't care. We just, throws a pitch in the dirt. He was trying to get him to swing at another bad slider. Only he did not. Counts 2-2 now. 2-2. Cubs lead 4-3, trying to nail down a win. Early game today in Wrigley. Cardinals fans in the crowd trying to see if they're going to see something great happen. Alzolay. Gets him to ground a second. And he just, oh my God. Through his legs, Christopher Morel. Jesus, that was the game-ending inning out right there. And Christopher Morel just dropped the ball. He was thinking about the inning and the ending and celebrating and did not deliver. And now the St. Louis Cardinals have life. As Christopher Morel hit the Cubs with the Bill Buckner. Glove was too high, needed to have it on the ground. I guess he didn't anticipate the hop, but that has to be an error. And then they just hit the pitch. Jesus. Alzolay is looking like he's rattled because of that. He just hits the batter right on the hands. And Wilson Contreras is going to first base. He looked like he wanted to rush the mound. He is in pain. You got runners at first and second with 2 outs. As Alzolay hits the batter right after Christopher Morel. Go ahead, let us know what you think about this Cub situation unfolding right here before our eyes and ears. What do you think? Can the Cubs get out of this jam? Now they have 2 runners, one on first base, one on second base. Alzolay is a little bit rattled, kind of salty at Christopher Morel for letting the ball go through his legs, and it's going to be a game-ending out at first base. And now the athletic director for the Cardinals, they're checking on Wilson Contreras' wrist. Looks like his right hand. It's the first pitch from Alzolay, just ran up and inside and really hit him on the wrist and elbow. That was just square. Nasty. Now the Cubs need to take this opportunity to calm down as they're looking at Wilson Contreras. Take this opportunity to just calm down and get this win. The ground ball gets the out men on for the Cardinals. He goes right back to the slider, but unfortunately, because of that hit batter, the umpire was not as generous with the strike zone because there was a strike, but he didn't call it a strike. You got to make it a clear strike now. Second pitch, slider, and they just pop him up to center field. And the easy out. Cubs win. Cubs take care of business. Take down the hated St. Louis Cardinals 4-3 in some Friday afternoon baseball on Apple TV. If you couldn't find the game, that's what the game was on Apple TV. The Cubs snapped the 6-game winning streak of the St. Louis Cardinals. Y'all already know how the Cardinals do. They start off super slow. They spend about 80 days out of 110 in last place in the Central Division. They've climbed as close as 1.5 games behind the Cubs, and now they're back down to 2.5 games as the Cubs take a much-needed victory versus these guys in Game 2 of a 4-game set. 2 more games to go. The Cubs need to win all the other 2. The next 2, we cannot split with these guys. You got to win this series and go ahead and win it 3-1. Cubs win. Wrigley is rocking. You already know this Friday afternoon. Friday it's about to be lit over there on Waveland Avenue and Clark Street. These guys are about to have a good time today. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. I'm going to show you guys the highlights in a second. As Alzolay gets the save, Justin Steele gets the win. He was lights out today, 6 in the third innings, 2 earned runs, but only one of them was really his fault, as one was left on base when he was taken out. And Merriweather came in and gave up the hit that gave up 2 runs to make it a 4-3. But the Cubs hold on, beat the Cardinals in Wrigley Field. So pardon the noise in the background. It's summer. These kids are having a good time upstairs. If you got kids, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, good win for the Cubs today, baby. Let's see what the comment section is saying. Let's see. C Webb said Cubs finna sell. Thank God you were wrong, my friend. Thank God you were wrong. But the Cubs got the victory. Y'all hold tight. I'm about to show you guys how the Cubs did it today. And it started with Master Boney, his first career home run, period. Check him out.
This is hit well, high and deep, right field. It is gone! And the first career Major League home run for Miles Mastroboni. Tie game.
Miles Mastroboni taking care of business, hitting the home run for the first time in his career as a Major League hitter. Cody Bellinger was on fire today. I mean, he was on fire. But first, we're going to check out Tauchman and how he gave the Cubs the lead.
Runner takes off. Tauchman slaps it the other way and stays fair and bounces into the left field corner. Up against the ivy. It's played by O'Neill. Around third, Amaya. He will score, and the Cubs take the lead.
So Tauchman gave the Cubs the lead, but Cody Bellinger went 3 for 4 today. He was a triple away from the cycle. He had a single, a double, and a 2-run home run. And here is that belly bomb.
This ball is hit well. Way back to right. It is gone. A bomb from Bellinger.
All right. And then we're just going to let you know, I'm not going to show the whole Justin Steele highlight because it's about a minute long, but he was lights out today. 9 strikeouts, only 1 walk, 6 in the third innings pitch. He looked really good. Another quality start. And then the bullpen came in. It was a little bit shaky, but they ended up nailing it down. Amaya was kind of shaky behind the plate today, too. He had a pass ball, but it didn't come out to hurt the Cubs. Cubs get the victory, 4-3 over the hated Cardinals. I love it when our Chicago teams beat up on division rivals. Tonight, you got the White Sox taking on the Mets. Let's see if they can get back on, stay in their winning ways. But I'm not going to hold you guys, man. It was great. Rushed home from work to try to get in this, and it felt good to see the Cubs get a win. You already know Wrigley Field is going to be lit. If you missed the game, it's because it was over there on Apple TV. I know it's hard to figure that out because I went straight to the regular channels first. But then I was like, okay, let me look online and see where this game is. But hey, good win for the Cubs. Let us know what y'all think about today's win down in the comments. It felt good to beat the Cardinals. The Cubs are now they've moved into a little bit closer, seven and a half games out of first place now. They still got games versus the Milwaukee Brewers later on. Let's see if they can keep on getting closer and closer to first place in the division, or at least get to within 3 to 4 games before the trade deadline, and let's see if they can go ahead and make some noise in the trade market. Now, Burleson from the St. Louis Cardinals got tossed today because the umpire called 2 really bad pitches to benefit the Cubs and help the Cubs get out of a bases-loaded jam in the top of the 8th inning. But hey, it benefited us, so I ain't too mad at it. I'm your boy, Big Bro. Don't forget to hit us up. Go ahead and email us at Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central or Chicago Baseball Central at gmail.com. We appreciate you guys for all the support across all the Central family, and I'm going to holler at y'all next time. Peace.